Hey, does anybody watch the recordings I do of the first 30 minutes? Because it's some extra work. I want to make sure people are actually watching them as opposed to just posting the YouTube streams. Yeah. Yeah, the recordings in Discord. Okay. Each one is like a gig, you know, it's taking up a lot of resources and I put them in video recordings, class recordings category. It is cloud storage, Corey. I already pay a lot of money for cloud storage, hundreds of gigabytes, thousands. I don't save anything native. Well, I guess, yeah, I don't save much natively. All right, so, I'm going to let this one pan out. This could go higher here. It could break out and go much, much higher. That's a good idea, Corey. Yeah. Yeah, Guy, there's a lot of stuff. I try and another rejection there, but it can grind up. So let's just give this thing a little time to work out. Okay. I mean, it's not a part of my strategy logger, but I know they can and will be respected. So, I'm not like, how dare you talk about descending resistance lines? Blasphemy. It's like Chuck and his pivots. I absolutely know they're respected. 100%. Never deny they're respected. I'm just trying to streamline a little bit. People get very overwhelmed, especially newer traders or newer to the system. Pixie dust, magic pixie dust. All right, let's see what we get up here. I mean, we're still clearly forming a distribution, but we have the ascending lows, right? So that's, indicative of the attempt to push through this level. All right, we see that a lot on NQ. It's a lot harder to see on the 5 minute. The 1 minute, you can see it a lot better. So, I don't see a setup here. I do see a breakout happening, but it could be a rejection. Who knows? We'll see what we get. Seems everything gets bought up. Ah, no fill. Just trying to get filled there. Trying to send it, looks like. ES, highs. NQ's trying. Why don't we take a look at the RTH VWAP? Look at that. Not surprising here. Holding that upper band. So we shorten? What are we doing? This is very still bullish to me. I'd like to see at least start trading below the upper band on the regular trading hours VWAP. Until then, this thing, we have no idea how high this thing can go. Wow. Sorry, JP. Sorry to hear that, man. We've all been there. ES, rip roaring. Dow, rip roaring. NQ's trying. Dow's going to the moon. Rocket ship mode. I'm going to wait, guys. I have a couple of good trades. I don't need much more to close this account out on a Friday. So, you know, let's wait for some predictable levels. Correct, Maurizio. The 1 minute chart is the regular trading hours session. Sounds good, Byron. Yep, not doing anything until we have some more information. Not a terrible plan of action here. Ethereum officially surges above $4,000 for the first time since December 2024. Goes to the moon, Alice. We got yesterday's highs in 672. That's IB high from yesterday. Right here at 71 and a quarter ish. Gold. Anybody who caught that IB bounce on gold made out like a bandit if you would have held it. Went all the way back to VWAP, almost all the way up to upper band. Big rotations on gold. Super volatile. We got pivot and we got IB high from yesterday. Is the wood a king? Yeah, what is the pivot? Tell us, Chuck, quick. Tell us it was at 65. No, okay, 68. So we got between 68 and IB high. Didn't quite get there. Big wick on the 5. This is the shorts. Whoa. Somebody bought that one up fast. Volatility has entered the chat.
The US and Russia are set to plan Ukraine deal, cementing Russian gains. Seeing weakness in WTI crude here, again, US and
News on Russia, US.
Cementing Russian gains.
I don't think overall market volatility, hella just NQ, you know, index specific, couple of minutes worth of volatility.
Of territory seized during its military invasion, according to people familiar with the matter.
Oh yeah, and oil.
Large amounts of weakness now coming through in WTI crude, down around 1.2%. Some more information here is the US and Russian officials are working toward an agreement on territories for a planned summit meeting between Trump and Putin as early as next week, according to people familiar who are speaking on conditions of anonymity to discuss private deliberations. The US is working to get buy-in from Ukraine and its European allies on the deal, which is far from certain, people said.
Got a low volume node at 47 in crude.
difference rate from what we're expecting here compared to Mr. speaking. Compared to Mr. speaking of banking credit, text is expected with a Q&A with moderator.
Oh. Looking for 47 on crude, long. If we get there. You guys take the pivot. What was the pivot again? Nice. Ba-boom. Good call. Good job, guys.
Treasury yields retreat from highs as oil prices slump.
You might be using different pivots, David. There's a lot of different types of pivot formulas. There's a lot of variations. Ah. Damn it. No fill. Oh, man. All right. Well, now I wait again. There's floor pivots. There's, all types of pivots. All the pivots. Okay, that could be the back test, right? See if we can get a little bit of a return to value. Nice. Return to value on the RTH. Nice back test to the tick. Short. So 628 is going to be the first test of upper band on the session. There it is. There it was. 615 is RTH VWAP.
Ukraine bonds climb as US and Russia sit to plan deal.
Looks like we're getting a little bounce there at upper band on the session. Price discovery continuation long. Yeah, I'm going to be looking for that 615. I got an order in 616 and 3/4 for one. It's also a bit of a low volume area.
S&P 500 Energy Index quickly pairs gain to 0.6%. Also a reminder, in about 4 minutes time, we're expecting to hear the Fed's Muslim when text is expected and a Q&A. We'll see if we can get a video popping out of the feed for you as well.
We might not get down to VWAP. I mean, it's bouncing at the upper band on the session right there. That was a nice, well, not huge, but 13 point bounce to point of control right there and still going. 15. That was the long right there. Morning, BTD. Happy Friday. I've been limiting myself to 1 or 2 minis so far on this account. It's been going really well. It's a little bit of a grind, but you know, whatever. I'm only going to trade 2 accounts today. I'm going to do this and then take profit trader. Yeah, natural spot to take it off. You know, obviously we all want to revisit the highs, but you're not guaranteed anything. It's the delta looking like. Strong. Lots of buyers stepped in there.
1 minute to go now to if there's Muslims comments. Again, banking credit still from the front videos as well.
Come on.
Ten seconds.
My Topstep X froze. Oh man. That's not good.
So far, nothing's been released compared to most of that. Remember, text is expected.
Come on. That's not cool, man. I had an order in there that is a buy or oh, this is either gonna screw me or come on. I'm gonna document this. I am currently frozen. I was short one at 58.5. I had a limit buy at 55.75 and another buy at 52, but I only had one. So if these got filled, I'd probably be up actually pretty nicely.
Dollar to session low.
That's all going to depend. Yeah, they'll fix it. Yeah, they'll absolutely fix it.
Versus Russia plan and true still.
It's just annoying. Top steps get flat. Balls. I better come down to like positive 2,000 in P&L because my order should have been filled. I'm pretty sure. At 52, I should be up 10 points now. Just keep resetting, hopefully it comes back. Why do you say it might be back? Mine's not back. People are losing their minds on the Topstep Discord. No. Chart's working, but the orders aren't working. Ah, it's like my orders disappeared. Oh, come on, man. They might actually be executing right now. No, 10:15. No, they haven't executed. All right, we're back. Didn't really affect my P&L that much. So I'm going to keep trading.
Heads up, that's Muslim currently speaking live now. Doesn't seem to be a video quickly anywhere of this.
You guys know how much I was up? It froze again. No way. What? Well, I'm frozen again, guys, so. Short. Short at 77 3/4. Nice. Back. I'm back. Maybe I should stop. Maybe this is the sign. Yeah, of course my tick strike was still going. Yeah, it was still going. Yep. I looked like a back test of that level right there. We'll see. I'm gonna stop here, guys, because I don't wanna I don't know what they're gonna do with that freeze and stuff. This might put me up over I'm only $120 short of where I wanted to be. So actually $100. So that's pretty darn close. And it's Friday. So I'm gonna flatten all and I'm gonna lock out of these accounts and see what they do. And I'll move over to my TradeAvate account. So I lock myself out. Yeah, Shelly, they usually remove the red trades, is usually what they'll do. So I'm locked out of all these for the weekend, and I'm just gonna close this all together, and we're gonna move on to Take Profit Trader. So I'm finishing up at 883, which might actually be more than that, because if they cancel some of those red trades, it'll probably be up closer to 1,000. Looks like there's a couple of trades in here. 55, 60, $75 worth of red trades. So I'll be like close to 950. So that'll be good. Probably not a bad idea, Shelly. I'm done with Topstep. I shut mine down there too. I'm gonna trade TradeAvate now. This could be a grind here too. So we'll see. This is starting to feel very grindy on NQ. Oil caught a bit of a bid. It looks like 62.80. Nice reversal there for almost 50 to 70 ticks on oil. We're marching towards all-time highs now. We can go another 100 points from here. This is kind of a buy the bid.
Trump Truth Social says tariffs are having a huge positive impact on the stock market. Tesla shares extend gains session high, up as much as 3.8%.
Expecting that grind. Goes. Ah.
As Muslim says, economic activity appears stable and not now increasing or decreasing. Muslim says bankers report that funding pressures have diminished and credit quality is good. And we're hearing that the economic activity is stable. Muslim says that businesses continue to report shortage of skilled labor.
Come on. See, all that selling is being bought up.
Firms remain cautious on capital spending environment.
Ah, come on. Let's go. I usually expect these little dips to get bought up here. So we got the low volume node, IB high, back test, price discovery continuation, long off of IB maybe. See how it does here. Kind of rejected a bit at 700.
Says that companies are not yet resorting to layoffs to reduce costs.
There it goes. Problem with these grindy conditions, you don't get huge pullbacks. You get like these micro pullbacks.
Muslim says that Muslim says businesses that are most dependent on imports are passing on costs. Those closer to consumers are less likely to raise prices so far.
And Q's holding. Come on. It's a little higher. Ah.
It's Muslim says the Fed is now missing on this inflation target.
It's a very low volume pullback.
Labor market around full employment.
There's some volume coming in there.
As Muslim says that looking
I
at
mean, it's certainly early in the rotation, but we have a low volume node. We have IB high. I don't know. We're in price discovery, so you got to try and figure out where the long is going to be
likely that most of
until it fundamentally changes.
the inflation side will fade. Muslim has but there is a reasonable probability that there may be some inflation resistance.
That's the low volume node in upper band and RTH. Did not respect IB high.
Muslim says that the labor market is in balance, but the economic activity has been weaker, and that poses risks to jobs. Most likely, tariff inflation boost will be short-lived. As Muslim says, the Fed is balancing risks on both sides of its mandate right now. And companies are using different strategies to adapt to tariffs, including cost cutting.
Stop me out to the tick. To the tick. Literally the bottom, right here. Right there. Right there is where my stop was. Fun. Oh.
Muslim says
This take profit trader is like my cursed account. Cursed.
And labor and supply and demand have cooled at the same time.
To the tick. Unbelievable, man. That's crazy. If I would have taken one less contract, it would have been okay. Too heavy on the hand. That's all right. This is still a combine account. It may be. Maybe it will reverse the curse. I have gotten some profits. It's been a while. Out of take profit.
It's Muslim says growth below potential poses a risk to the labor market.
I'm about break even on my take profit fees to profits. Spinning my wheels with them. I don't know what it is about them. I've always struggled with them. I don't know why. It's weird. Oh, that long played off that low volume node. Regular trading hours, VWAP, upper band. IB was not the level. It's back above it now. Okay. I'm gonna move over to funded next. Yep, time for the sleepy chop. Looks more like a short than a long now.
That concludes comments from Coach Bruce London.
I mean, we can't get below this low volume node still, so. I don't think until we trade below 670, this is still bullish. Still can't believe it ticked me out to the. There it goes. Back to the low volume node. All right, does the low volume node hold? like it's trying to eat through it. It's got to get below 65. Tomorrow, tell me you're short without telling me you're short. Definitely short. Bulls got tired. $56, huh? That low volume node. High volume peak right here. Point of control right there. Is that what you're looking for? Upper band on the session. Oh, came real close. It's a very slow short. The problem is you're going to have a lot of people looking to get long in a market like this. Up. Chuck, it sounds like you have competition for King Woulda. The grindy ass fade. Nice. Good job tomorrow. Good trade. Let's see what my they made any changes to Topstep yet. No. I hope they just remove the red trades. That would be awesome. Starting to pick up a little speed here. So this is kind of that level. Back to point of control. Awesome logger. Yep. There's edge, right? Positive expectancy. And, once people wrap their heads around what that is and what that means, it becomes a lot more palpable. We all, a lot of people think like they need to trade like they have it set in their heads that like they need to be trading a certain way. I go, I need to buy here and I need to hold for 100 points there and I'm going to do that every day. Like good luck. We're here to make money to get drilled in on an actual edge that can be done consistently and profitably over time. Thanks, base hits. I think that's Carlos, right? I'm sure it'll be fine. I have a good P&L even without them doing anything, so I don't care. I'm sure. My guess is they'll take away the red trades. Put me up around like 950 or something like that on the day, right by my profit target. Looks like it's finding a little support at the point of control, but still very anemic. Topstep Project X froze. I was in the middle of a short and it froze for like 5 minutes. Their anemic bounce on the way down here. So now we're in the middle of the distribution. So now, we have RTH, and then we have value area low down at 620. Looks like we got some buyers there. Was interesting. Be right back. Nice. Yeah. A little bit, looks like it could be a little bit of a return to value on the session here. Which is kind of, a little bit towards the top of this distribution. We got a little room to this real low volume node, which isn't great. So we'll see. Still feels like a short, but that can change at any moment. When it's grindy like this, it can kind of move in both directions slowly until it picks one. Because you are no longer ES Pro, Chuck. You are now NQ Ranger. Copper up 2%. All right, Tick Strike did that thing again where it just shut off. I don't have to reach out to them about that. All right, back above this low volume node. Is this the long? Long finally. Right when it gets to a convincing level, reverses. Ejected. Rejected. Let's see if this upper band holds. All right. Well, this is the grind. All right, 10 minutes past the hour, guys. How are we trading today? How's everybody doing? Let's do a little check-in. Break even. All right. Could be worse. Nice, JJ. Taking it slow has paid off today, hasn't it? Good back test of that upper band. That pushed it through. Right there. So now we got RTH and IB high here. Let's see if this level can hold. We can go back up to 90. Looks like a back test RTH on ES, doesn't it? Not RTH. Session. Upper band. That. I don't know, Corey. It should be able to change the name. Maybe. Do you have the most updated version? That could be it. If you see a little circular arrow next to it, that means it needs to be updated, but you can change it. All right, I'll make it blue. Blue. Green. Works for me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Does anybody else have that problem? Or is it a Corey problem? That's not what I meant. The only thing I could think of is you don't have the most updated version. I've updated it like 2 or 3 times, so just make sure you have the most updated version. Maybe delete it and re-add it. That's the only thing I can think of. Robin asks, how am I so calm without a stop loss? Well, I don't know. I've been doing this a long time. I'm also trading an account right now that I don't have a whole lot of, you know. I focused on my Topstep accounts. That was the one that I was really dialed in on. Those are the ones I want to bring to a big payout next week. So now I'm just kind of trading on the stream with this next funded account. Funded next, whatever the hell it is. Still looks kind of bearish, doesn't it? This thing being super chopped. Come on now. Up, down, up, down. Now we're doing that thing. There's no edge here, guys. This is now diddling in the middle. And or the YouTube stream is delayed. If you're the Discord has the low latency live stream. Discord is late by a minute or two. Oh, Steven's up. How do you feel about that 50K XFA this morning, Steven? Or it's probably mid-afternoon over there now. Or is it 4 o'clock there? 5 o'clock? 4 o'clock? And or there's a clock in the bottom right. You can actually see what time it is here, and then you can compare the delay. You can see what the delay is on the YouTube stream. All my eggs are in Topstep right now. I have these other accounts I've been trading, but you know, I'm making the most progress with Topstep right now. It's been kind of my bread and butter. Top one has been good, but I blew that account, so I'm taking a little break, just focusing on Topstep. It's crazy. With top one, I got 2 payouts in a row. You have to trade 10 days. I had to get 9K, then 10, 8K. I almost got my 3rd payout. I was right there. I ruined it. It's like 20 trading days. I was crushing it. Now I can't seem to catch a streak with them again for whatever reason. JJ, I think Topstep is nice because you only have to trade for 5 days to take a payout. But top one is nice because you can get straight to funded. All right, so Topstep, I got to get 9K in the evaluation, and then I'm all the way back at 0, and then I got to take that up to 5K to take 2,500 out of 5 accounts. So they're comparable. I like Topstep better because I can do it faster. Even though top one is straight to funded, I can usually pass the evaluation in 5 days. If I go 50% on day one and then break up the remaining balance into 4 other days. So I usually do it in 5 days, and then I do the payouts in 5 days. So it winds up being 10 days either way. But I think it's cheaper. It's $1,500 for 5 funded accounts. If I wanted to do 5 150K straight to funded, that would cost, what are they? $400 times 5. It'd be 2,000. I guess that's not that bad. You can't have 5, I think. You can only have 3. I don't know. Yeah, but then you still have to trade for 10 days, don't you, JJ? Corey, have you tried turning it off and turning it on again? All right, we are at Chop City here now, and Q guys, this is kind of shitty. Scalpel. Yep, we're in the middle of a distribution. You know, we do have a little low volume node kind of in the middle of it, but for the most part, we're trading in this. Actually, let me get rid of this. Right in the middle of that. Right. Oh, we had some good trades earlier. We had price discovery continuation on the upper band. When we broke, we had this nice price discovery continuation off of regular trading hours upper band. We got a little bit of an IB. No, that wouldn't have happened yet. We got another one right there. And then we broke. We got a return to value. This bounced a little bit, broke. Now we're trading, you know, RTH is clearly very important and has been. The RTH VWAP has been extremely important the last couple of sessions, last couple of weeks. Yeah. I'm gonna wrap up in about 5-10 minutes here, guys, and then we can go over the trader lounge. Does anybody have any questions while we wrap up today's stream? We did have a pretty good morning. I'm done trading for the day. It'll be interesting to see what Topstep does with my accounts. I still finished at a nice profit here. So 883 puts me up at around 1,900 bucks. Day 2 trading. So I only have 3 more days, $1,000 each for a big fat payout. Hopefully I don't screw it up. What does my wife always say? There were a couple of red trades during that freeze. So if they give me these back, 60, so they'll put me up another 75. So they'll put me at 950. So we'll see if that happens. Yep, that's right, Hella. Don't fuck it up. That's what she tells me. It's her sage advice. And I'm locked out from all these, so I can enjoy my weekend. I'm not tempted to trade them anymore. Close it down on a positive note. Come back on Monday. So I'm going to be doing another interview with a member, one of our early members, one of our beloved members. He does the recaps for us every evening on gold and oil and ES. He just recently
According to the Wall Street Journal, the government
had his first big payout using the VWAP Wave System. So we're going to be sitting down with a very pleasant young man, 21 years young.
Later this year, according to sources cited by the Wall Street Journal.
Anybody know who I'm talking about? That's right. I'm going to do an interview with Mustafa. So we'll do that, and I'll put it together for a nice little podcast-style interview. The baby. I'm sure he loves that. I've actually had video calls with him before. He's a very bright and pleasant young man. Looking forward to doing an interview with him. Wish I was 21 and taking this stuff so seriously. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. I know we have a couple of people in the group that are battling some health issues. I know he's battling some stuff with his mother. So, thoughts out to him, his family, and the other members that are struggling with health issues. Oil's reclaiming that entire sell-off. Crazy. Right, JP? But, I guess the mistakes are part of the process, aren't they? You can't deprive somebody of their mistakes. That's how we learn, isn't it? So this level is now clearly completely null and void as we chop back and forth through it. So let's get rid of that. Looks like we might get the next leg down here. Not before it chops us up first, though. All right. As a reminder, we're going to have group coaching or Q&A Sunday, 5 o'clock, if you can make it. Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys want to keep trading, you can head on over to the Trader Lounge. Nice perk of the premium membership. You can collaborate with your fellow members, share your screens, share your mics. Yep, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. If you can't make it, it will be recorded, and there will be a summary of all the questions and answers that you can read. If you just want to go through it quickly. So try to make it accessible to everybody. All right, I'm going to refresh. I'm going to erase all my drawings here, reset, so I'm all nice and clean for Monday. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. I am done trading. I wish you guys the best of luck. If you're going to keep trading, manage your risk, stay sharp out there. We'll be doing Q&A Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll be back with live trading Monday morning at 9:30 a.m. You can keep trading, manage your risk, stay sharp, and I'll see you on Sunday if you can make it. Otherwise, see you on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody.